Guten Tag, and welcome to SWATTER, the massive true or false trivia game. We can accommodate a huge number of players in a game. Just trust us, we totally can. All right then, before we get started, don't forget, new players can go to this website and enter this room code to join the game at any time. Let's begin. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. Researchers are developing hypodermic needles based on porcupine quills. Use your device to pick whether you think the fact is true or a lie. Foster's beer is manufactured in Taiwan. Since the London wig fire of 2003, barristers no longer wear wigs in court. The Rainforest Action Network owns the Rainforest Cafe. In 16th century England, throwing tomatoes at performers was a sign of respect. The Chicago River got clogged in 1935 because all of the ballot boxes thrown into it. The first toothbrush bristles were made out of pigs' necks. And here's your score at the end of round 1. Here are your new fact categories. Jelly has 29 separate definitions in the Webster's Dictionary. Charlie Sheen's real name is Antonio Elefant Estevez. Ralph Nader sang, "A consumer advocate's a person in your neighborhood" on Sesame Street. Two students were arrested for converting Stanford's observatory telescope into a bong. Studies show that drinking large amounts of syrup makes passing kidney stones easier. Jimmy Carter has been assassinated twice. Google has a Klingon language setting. Here is your score. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is technical terms. Try to guess which of these facts about technical terms are true and which are lies. The plastic around a dry-cleaned shirt is called a condomly. The floating ball in a toilet is called a crap melon. The clip on a Sharpie is called a grap. The plastic tips on shoelaces are called aglets. The cardboard sleeve around cups of coffee is a zarf. The plastic holder in a pizza box is called a jumble. The dot over an I is called a tittle. And here's your final score.
Has anyone seen Nate Shapiro? He hasn't come into the office in like 15 years.
Pardon me. Hey, gang! Have you felt tired from all that racket and ballyhoo from the so-called music festivals that the teenage beatniks and ruffians do? Or isn't it time to hop to having the music festival that Goldarn plays real music that mature adults and grown-up older people like all of us and you can enjoy? Then come on down to the Hutchinson Community Park for Gerentala Palooza. We got Jerry Gorkin's medium-sized band, the Waltzaholics, assorted Bob Hope impersonators, the sounds of The Price is Right, the Muzak Ramblers, wind chimes, bingo, McDonald's coffee, and a half-dozen music boxes that play music. All the fun times and goings about begins at 7 a.m. this Thursday. And don't you worry, Missy, it's over by 2, so you have plenty of time to skedaddle on home before the drug dealers come out and deal their drugs. Take it from me, old man. Hey, can I take this microphone home with me? Huh? Do what? Yeah, okay, I'll just put it down.
Don't you hate going to the movies by yourself? I mean, I do. We have so much in common. I mean, maybe you and I should sometime. I mean, I don't know. I mean, whatever. I guess there aren't any good movies showing right now anyway, so never mind. Forget I said anything. That was stupid.
This message paid for by people who think you and Tina should go out on a date sometime just to see how it goes.
That's so embarrassing. I did not put them up to that.
Also paid for by Tina.
I'm sorry, but these wrong answer of the game sponsors, these can't be real, yes? They're absurd. Look, if the price tag is high enough, I'll say whatever the hell you want, but I mean, come on.
Do you think you can cover just the last half of my shift for me?
Yeah, you mean, 4 hours?
Yeah, that'd be great. All you have to do is just check IDs when people come in, and if anyone's rowdy, just cuff them and put them in our holding cell.
Oh, okay. I'm 105 pounds and I'm 5'2".
Yeah, that's great. Here's some handcuffs. Here's some mace. Well, it's a mace bottle. I've used most of it for, spraying on food, so it's empty, but people do still react to it when you pull it out.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. It's just the two of us. Please don't kill me. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
The San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. Okay then, why wait any longer?
Get ready, time for question. 1.
To get started, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it. Next up, his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, If Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a reconnaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Hello? The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Take a stab at. Brought to you by the letter U-nibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count. The Count would be so disappointed. Want to see the right answer? Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! And yet, none of them have ever blinked. It's time for Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. Coming up, the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the X button. If it's Curious George, press the B button. Okay, let's move. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. Forget George, I'm curious how someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. Round 1 is complete. And hopefully you'll do even better in the next round. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And remember, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Now get out there and make me proud. This one's called Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. This would have worked. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. No, but speaking of Otter, get it? You just won the greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here's one I like to call, Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's a good one. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Up next, wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Not much time left. This is right. Oops, this is white, which is wrong. Here's what you meant to pick. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Here we have, I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Watch your time! Not even a stab in the dark? Who knows, you might have picked this. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press your A button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose 2,000. And one more thing.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. The truth is, home is wherever you hang your hat. My hat is currently hanging in my old college roommate's guest cottage. Shh, he doesn't know I'm living there.
You don't know Jack!
Are you moving? Do you need some strong guys to help you move? Are you emotionally cold or in need of a psychological breakthrough? Then call 3 Strong Guys, Emotional Movers.
Could you be careful with the bookcase? It's an antique.
No problem. Hey, are you okay?
I just got promoted, and all my dad said was, guess you're not so dumb after all.
Sometimes older men have a hard time expressing emotion, and they hide the love behind sarcasm and humor. Trust me, he's proud. Maybe you should give him a call.
I don't know.
I've already got him on the phone.
Son, is that you?
I love you, Dad.
I love you, son.
So give us a call and let us help you move. Also, it's okay to forgive yourself.
My name is Jaden Funk, and I want to teach you slam poetry. But talk is cheap, right? Cheap like a toy made in China by kids in sweatshops working 9 to 5 like Dolly Parton. The interruption. But North Korea just dropped a nuclear bomb on us, just like I dropped a bomb. Mom and Dad, I'm not running the family business. Mom and Dad, I want to be a slam poet artist. To be happy like a megastore smiley face, you have to wear a matching vest just like everybody else. Ding dong, ding dong. Welcome to heaven. The most powerful words to any true-blooded American. So talk isn't cheap, but my class is. $50 for the 8-week session at the Rosewood Adult Learning Center. Hope to see you there.
Wednesday, my least favorite day. Come on, Greg, keep it together. Anyway, you know the routine by now. 2 bombs to defuse, blah, blah, blah. Don't kill us all, blah, blah, blah. Wednesday, my least favorite day. Come on, Greg, keep it together. Anyway, you know the routine by now. 2 bombs to defuse, blah, blah, blah. Don't kill us all, blah, blah, blah.
Jackbox games.
Wake up! Wake up! Welcome to Trivia Night, voted most painful quiz show 7 straight years. But don't worry, it's still a pretty chill night, you know? I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the mini-game, I'll kill you. But if you somehow survive through 7 questions, you go to the final round and a chance to escape. Feel free to join the audience if you're some kind of masochist. Audience members get a chance to die too. Listen to me blabber on. Let's just get into the game. You'll figure it out as we go. First question. What item in my dungeon would be made by a Chandler? Use your device to answer the question. And the correct answer is... too easy. Next question. Which of these phrases is an anagram of this phrase? Me and Chris Pratt on a beach. Who picked this one? Lame. Let's try another one. So I flunked chemistry class. Not because of bad grades, but for stealing sulfuric acid. Also, as it turns out, I wasn't actually enrolled in that school. Behind hydrogen, what is the most abundant element in the universe? Who said this? Wrong answers must be punished. Welcome to the killing floor. It's time for a memory game. Memorize the pattern. Okay, you've had enough time. Is it distracting if I start yelling out, car, duck, square, Wisconsin? From left to right, what was the order of the weapons? And since it's a one-person race, let's see a perfect score, or else. Was this what you entered? How did you do? Someone's memory is just too vivid for my taste. I wonder if I should be doing more in this game to make people tweet. I should be getting people to tweet about this game, right? Ugh, I should really be pushing my branded hashtags. How about this? What is Mr. Snuffleupagus' first name? Sorry, but wrong answers must be punished. Welcome back to the killing floor. Let's play the finger cutting game. I think you'll get the point soon enough. I regret that joke the second I said it. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. Easy, right? All you have to do is endure blinding pain. Chop chop. Ah! Is it weird that I just love fingers? I guess anyone would say the same thing. I should probably be sprinkling in more clues about my true identity. I keep forgetting to do that. Alright, here's one. My name is not Brad. Alright, next question. Who is Nicky Santoro beaten with bats and buried alive with in a cornfield at the end of the movie Casino? And the correct answer is... this one. Wrong answers must be punished. Ugh, look at this mess. There's blood all over this art. Eat your heart out, Jackson Pollock. Memorize the pattern of blood. Okay, you've had long enough. Oh man, I am parched. I'm really bad at remembering to stay hydrated. Just a second while I have a little water. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, reproduce the pattern on your device by tapping on all the spaces that were red, then press submit when you're done. If your pattern is different than mine, I will kill you. Here's that art again, and here's what you did. What do you want? A medal? Scores, scores, scores! Yay, scores! I've got more questions for you. Ah, now that's relaxing. Sugar Cookie Sleigh Ride is a flavor of which tea brand? Who picked this? Sorry, but wrong answers must be punished. Oh, heck yes, it's time for math! Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. If you can't get at least 15 right, you die. Time to get your math on! Wow, this is just like watching A Beautiful Mind. You know how numbers work, right? Well, time's running out. The math is strong in this one. Shoot, I forgot to pick up the coffee filters. Sorry, I don't know why that popped into my head. I should probably run out after I'm done with you. Alright, next question. Which Eddie Murphy movie has a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes? And the correct answer is... this. Wrong answers must be punished. Well, I hope you know how to spell. Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time runs out. My ransom letters could use a little bit more pizzazz. I will not be happy if you can't find at least an 8-letter word. Do it now! By the way, the letters don't have to be touching, and don't forget to press submit when you're done. You're almost... Let's see what you could come up with. This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. Oh God, that was literally the best outcome for me. Thank you.
Terrible tragedy. I'd avoid that old diner on Route 7 if I were you. They serve soggy pancakes. I'd also avoid that old house up on the hill. They say terrible things happen there. A deadly game that danced around sex and drug references but never explicitly said them so as not to affect their game rating. Somebody died. Just how that old soothsayer predicted. Spooky stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to leave for a concert. It's the Boys 2 Men reunion tour. They'll all be there. Sean, Nathan, Wanye. Should be a good one.
Hi! The party's downstairs. Come on in.
Someone load his van. He threw me in, now here I am. I'm in his basement, cold and afraid, where a deadly trivia game is played. Though it's dark, I can kind of see others trapped down here with me. We're all dreading what he'll carry out. Then all at once we hear him shout. It's a trivia murder party, and I'm your crazy host. Where a deadly trivia game is played. Though it's dark, I kind of see. But maybe if your luck holds out, you'll get out of here alive. I'm begging, we're all dreading what he'll... It's a trivia murder party, and I'm your crazy host. Well, there's no deadly trivia games played. Though it's dark, I kind of see. Maybe if your luck holds out, you'll get out of here alive. Answer carefully or be turned into a ghost. I beg him, we're all dreading what he'll... It's a trivia. But maybe if your luck holds out, you'll get out of here alive. Will I survive? Your murder party. Get out of here alive. Will I survive? Your murder party. There's no point in your running. You probably won't survive. But maybe if you're lucky, here alive. Listen carefully, or turn into a party. Get Trivia murder party. Out of here alive. Will I survive? Your murder party. No point in your running. Trivia murder party. No point in your running.
Jackbox games. Jackbox games.
A Binge Pipe main menu screen offers a little something for everyone. Binge Pipe is a streaming service with all your favorites, such as the reboot of the classic game You Don't Know Jack and did we mention You Don't Know Jack? We're definitely real. Binge Pipe knows what you want to watch even when you can't articulate it.
What do I like to watch? Thumb. Smack Water Jack.
Lumps, darts in a jar?
Petunias and corn. I don't know.
Why am I having so much trouble?
Drugged. We've been drugged.
Binge Pipe. Our algorithm assures us you'll love this Binge Pipe content.
I love the relish that is coming through in this buttercream frosting, but I'm not tasting enough hot dog in the cupcake itself.
Okay, so it's a bet. If you can get the coolest girl in school to go to prom with you, I'll take a gender studies class that will teach me that women aren't commodities and challenges based on archaic standards of masculinity.
You're on, man!
Yeah! Why can't I cry?
Oh God, no. No, I'm changing.
Something's happening to all the boys at Rosedale High. Yeah, it's puberty.
I thought this would have happened sooner.
Hey guys, what's up? So if you saw my last vid, then you know I took a photo of myself every day for a year. Thanks for all the positive feedback. It was a really fun project, and I learned something about myself while doing it. It turns out I'm a narcissist.
Binge Pipe expected a bit more gratitude for presenting You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, this isn't a bubble market, we swear.
I'm Cookie Masterson, and I will be your guide. Now close your eyes, take my hand, and jump! They say number 1 is the loneliest number. I think 92 is. My grandpa basically had no friends at the end. All right, let's do this thing.
Time for question 1.
To get things started, movie pass-fail. What would be a good study book for a filmmaker who wants to pass the Bechdel test? Farting for Dummies, Goldfish for Dummies, Drowning for Dummies, or Women for Dummies? Hope you like what you picked. Watch how easy this is. In order for a film to pass the Bechdel test, it must feature at least 2 women having a conversation about anything other than men. Honestly, if you have to read this book, maybe just stick to making movies about farts.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Oh, here's a good one. Here's the UPS guy. I recently installed one of those video doorbells at my apartment. Looks like I have an alert now. There's an axe-wielding maniac chopping up my door. It's just like in The Shining, except that was the kitchen door, the living room door, the bathroom door. Let's see how that shook out. That's right. Jack Torrance in The Shining chops up the bathroom door with an axe after he goes nuts. All right, maybe I should do something about this guy. I don't know, call the police or something? Oh, no, wait, he's tuckering himself out. Yeah, he's going to sleep now. Okay, we're good.
Why don't we do it with Creed?
How about this one? a delicious bowl of Fruit Troops, and a heaping helping of It's a Dis or Dat. I'm gonna list off 7 names, and for each one you tell me if it's a character from Joseph Heller's novel Catch-22, or a discontinued breakfast cereal from General Mills. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between from Catch-22 or a discontinued General Mills cereal. Ready? Good. Applebee. Sir Grapefellow. Buckwheats. Colonel Corn. Captain Aardvark. Baron von Redberry. Hungry Joe. I'm not mad. I'm furious. Moving right along.
I don't need you anymore.
I call this one the Geriatric Avenger. The secret to box millions is letting a 95-year-old comic book writer wander through your film. If there were an Etsy store called Stan Lee Cameos, what would it sell? Stan Lee's profile engraved on necklace pendants, Stan Lee's silver hair intertwined on cross-stitch pillows, Stan Lee's fingerprints on decorative clothing pins, or soy candles that smell like Stan Lee. And how'd we do? Here's what a right answer looks like. When you engrave an image into a material and wear it as jewelry, it's known as a cameo. This one's called South by South North. Which of these southern points is farthest north? The southern tip of South Korea, the southern tip of South Dakota, the southern tip of southern Ontario, or the southern tip of South Wales? So what'd you pick? The south of South Wales is the farthest north of all these southern points. This type of directional confusion is what we do west. Round 1 is dead to me. This has been good for me so far. Is it good for you? Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that. Okay, back at it.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Take a good look at the young and the vestless. If millennials were blamed for the demise of trebuchets, what headline would you see? Millennials are killing the girdle industry. Millennials are killing the boulder hurling industry. Millennials are killing the horse carriage industry. Or millennials are killing the sundial industry. Okay, what'd you pick? Used in medieval times, the trebuchet, or trebuchet, was a weapon used to hurl huge boulders. They were very popular with baby boomers.
Je trouve Jerry Baby seulement légèrement amusant. 7.
Behold, a hug from Binge Pipe. Oh, gross. Why did they make me say that?
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you enjoy the expeditions of Juan Ponce de Leon, we thought you would like The Florida Project, Raising Arizona, Mystery Alaska, or Californication.
I love this part. Sweet dreams. Remember this moment.
Juan Ponce de Leon was a Spanish explorer who led the first European trip to the state of Florida.
And if you'd like to see a movie about life in modern-day Florida, I recommend The Purge.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
Here's one for you. Keep that blade away from pigeons. And oh boy, best butt zit slime chore.
It's time for a
Get those typing fingers ready because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, head in the game. Read this gibberish phrase and figure out what common expression it rhymes with. Society biz, a nice dove knife. And don't worry about that punctuation. Don't do the same thing all the time. You'll be dull and sad. Change things up to be zesty. Let's take a look. Congratulations, you're the most wrong. You're gonna kick yourself. All right, let's move on. Here's one I like to call Family Game Fight. If Romeo and Juliet competed on the set of Family Feud, what team would Romeo be playing on? The York family, the Montague family, the Capulet family, or the Lancaster family? Okay, let's take a look. Survey says, yes, Romeo was a Montague. A name, what's in a name? A rose by any other name would still get roasted by Steve Harvey.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Introducing Bakery Bloodshed. Things are about to get real on the Food Network. Imagine the contestants of Cupcake Wars reject the dessert authority of the judges and start an uprising. If the TV audience is sympathetic to their cause, what would be the best name for this new show? Cupcake Proxy War, Cupcake Skirmish, Cupcake Invasion, or Cupcake Insurgency? Okay, what'd you pick? Interesting choice. Well, it's come to this. The ingredients of an insurgency, a popular rebellion against authority by a group not recognized as belligerents. Cupcakes are going to rise. Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. Oh, was I talking? Silly me. Here's your clue. What's the points? Time to earn some points on some point-related questions. Good luck. your score. You are the hero of your own story. It's probably for the best that no one else was here because...
You don't know Jack!
BingePipe is revolutionizing main menu screens.
From the swirling Bleacher Nebula, it's the Zeeple Zone! Now let's hear it for your host, Largon Alto!
Kai-Dolo! This week, beings from Earth will see if pain truly equals gain! Which gauntlet will it be, Earth? They all hurt! With fame and fortune up for grabs, here we go!
I know you want some more. The time to smoke is now! They can't be stopped! There's guts everywhere! Let's keep this going! wants more!
Let them hear it! Just one challenge left! Pueblo! That was something! Help back! Return to Elfield! Chills up my spine! You just won a buttload of Super Bucks! Look at all that move! There are more gauntlets ahead! What will Earth do? Stay tuned because the Zeeple Dome has never been crazier!